I'm going. Okay, so I just wanted to start by, I'm going to call on everybody's name, and I just want you to introduce yourself and then briefly, and then tell me one question you have about operating Facebook, one basic question, and we can get to more complicated questions later if you have any. So Beverly, do you want to start?
Yes, I'm new to the area. I moved here about 5 weeks ago from Illinois, where I was a member of the Naperville chapter of the League of Women Voters. And so I do have a Facebook page and I'm familiar with liking things. I don't really have any questions, but I thought I would just attend this to see, what you're going to present.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks, Beverly, for being here, and welcome to the area. Great to have you. Karen Groves.
Yes, I'm with the Jeffco League. I have actually an old Facebook account that I started many years ago, which is more of a personal account. I do log on to the League Facebook account, and I'm part of the communication team, so it's important for me to know how to do things with Facebook. Gloria does everything, so I don't really worry about it too much.
Yeah.
I have more questions about Twitter than I do Facebook.
Okay, sounds good. Laura?
Hi. I'm glad I'm in the dark because I'm a mess this morning coming off my exercise routine. My big thing with Facebook is that I've not had a good experience with it with my personal, so I rarely use it. However, I would use it as a medium to get the message out on voting registration. And will we be working with the League's website? I mean, Facebook
Okay.
page.
Okay, great. Thank you. Jill?
Jill Armstrong. I had a Facebook account, but I'm more a looky-loo. I rarely post anything. One big question I have, because I was starting to look at the share button, and I noticed that for a lot of things, you don't get a share button, you get a messenger button.
Uh-huh.
So I just wondered if you could clarify that. And when you get, why do you get a messenger button sometimes, and why do you get a share button sometimes?
Okay. Yes, I will definitely talk about that. June?
Hi, yeah, I'm June LaCrone. Welcome, Beverly. I'm glad you joined us, and good to see you, Lindsay. I use Facebook, but I rarely post, and so I guess what I want to know more about is what we're going to be sharing.
Okay. Great. And then I know your name, you're next to June, but your name says LWVJeffco, and I'm blanking on your name. You have glasses and a kind of
Sandy Vandahay.
Yes, Sandy. Sorry.
Okay. It says LWV.
Yeah.
Yeah, your name says LWV. If you do want,
I will. Yeah, I'll change that. Sorry, I didn't. Edit, rename. Huh, that must be from the last one. I'm Sandy Vandahay, and I have a Facebook account, but I really started it so I could stalk my youngest when she was in college, and really have not used it other than for with my cousins. She was, she's doing a lot of genealogy kinds of stuff, but otherwise I really don't go on there. In fact, I made so many silly mistakes at the beginning that people were saying, why are you putting so-and-so next to you instead of your daughter, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, my question is, can I use this effectively for League, but not personally? So,
yeah. Great. Rebecca?
Okay, yes, I am Rebecca Winning. I am the co-chair of the voter service team. Beverly's a new member. Welcome.
Thank you.
And we're charged with promoting voter registration, voting, vote 411, trying to get the vote out so that people are really participating in our democracy. And we have a team of about 30 people now, and we're all working diligently to do everything we can to promote, fair, equitable voting system and participation in the democracy. And in conjunction with that, we're launching kind of the League's first ever digital advertising campaign.
and Lindsay and her firm are helping us with that. And we're going to be posting ads from the end of September through the election. And hoping that, and then we'll also have regular postings on the league Facebook page that complement and support those ads. And so the more that we can get league members to share, like and share and comment and create engagement, the more successful we're going to be. So I'm thrilled that you're all here, and I'm looking forward to a really exciting campaign.
Great. Thanks, Rebecca. Yeah, me too. Sandy Schuster.
Hi, I'm Sandy Schuster. I'm the second vice president in an acting capacity. I have had Facebook for years and have a couple of accounts, but I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do this. So I'm here in support and to learn.
Okay,
No
great.
questions.
Okay, Mary, nice to see you. Do you have
Hello.
any questions?
No, I just think I agree with everyone. I'm kind of concerned about sharing and having it go to everyone. Because I have a lot of family members and that type of thing, personal accounts. And in fact, one time I created a Facebook account under like an alias type thing, and then I had a heck of a time getting rid of it. So I need to learn how to manage it better.
Yeah, okay. Stephanie or
Yeah, Stefania.
Stefan.
Good morning. Yeah, hi, I'm a new member, and I just saw the ad for it, and it just seems irresponsible not to put to use such an important tool. So I'd like to learn all I can.
Great.
Awesome.
Thanks, Stefania. Welcome.
Thank you.
Diane.
Hi, my name is Diane Sinelli, and I'm sorry I'm having problems with my camera, so that's not working, but I see all of you. I am a member of the League of Women Voters, JeffCo. More importantly, I have been using Facebook, but I don't post. I find out a lot about my neighborhood and the schools via Facebook, but I think all of us need to know what the privacy settings are and who sees what if something gets liked. I just don't know that much about it, and I think maybe I probably need to know about some more safeguards that exist.
Yeah, that's a really big one, and definitely something we're gonna focus a lot on today. Great, thank you. Kathy?
I don't use social media to speak of, so anything and everything would be new.
Great. All right, well, I think we can get started. So I'm going to start by sharing my screen, and I know a lot of you already have accounts, but just for the people who we're recording this for, I'm going to make an account really quickly. So can you all see my screen? It should be on the big Facebook page.
Yes.
Great. Okay, so we're just gonna go from the very start and make a new account. So obviously you go to facebook.com, and right here you can create an account. So you just put your name, and then you need an email. You need an email address. And then you re-enter the email. And then you need to make a password. Make sure your password is strong. It has capital letters, lowercase letters, numbers, so on and so forth. Don't make it obvious. Don't make it your name. There's a lot of people who are hacking people's Facebooks, and I honestly have no idea why, but so make sure your passwords are strong. And then they need your date of birth. Mine is Halloween.
Why?
Sorry, did somebody ask a question?
Yeah, why do they need to know all this information like date of birth?
Because I believe you have to be over 18 to have a Facebook. And so that's mainly why they would like to know.
I can't believe that, but is this secured?
You know, I believe
including the email, you know, whatever we enter.
I've never had any issues personally, and I've
been hacked 3 times with Facebook, and
well,
pleasant.
Yeah, so we'll go through some of the privacy settings, how to avoid that. I think
Okay.
one thing you could potentially do is like I said, change your password maybe once a month. Changing your password on not just Facebook, but really anything is really helpful. You also don't need to put, so they kind of ask right here, they also talk about how they make sure you get the right Facebook experience for your age.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, so you can always just put, you can always just put a birthday that's not yours in there. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Totally up to you.
I'll give myself 30 years.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so I'm going to sign up here. All right, I'm not sure why it's not working. Let's see here. Oh, looks like I didn't give it enough time. Sorry. Let me redo this really quick. All right, let's try it again. Okay, well, this is definitely a problem. The sign up button works. I don't know how you're supposed to make a Facebook. But you know what? That's okay. So I'm just gonna log into my Facebook account and we can go through. Uh-oh. Okay. Give me 1 second. Sorry. This wasn't supposed to happen.
So if you try to create another account in your name,
I think that might be it. Is because
I think that's creating the problem. Yeah.
Right.
And maybe using the same email was the problem too.
Well, I used a different email, so figured that would be okay. So yeah, just give me 1 second. I'm gonna stop sharing here for a second and try to figure this out.
This will not be as hard for you ladies when you go.
No, it won't. It won't.
I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, no, this is a unique situation. All right. So yeah, usually you would click the button, and I think it's giving me issues because I have a Facebook already. But obviously you would click the button and it would bring you to Facebook. And I know exactly where it brings you on the page. So we'll just go in there on my Facebook once I get myself logged in.
So while you're doing that, I have friends who don't use their last name as their account name.
Yeah.
They use like a first in the middle. So if people are concerned about using their whole name,
yeah,
that's one way to do that.
Totally fine to use a different last name if you're concerned about privacy and whatnot.
If we do that, does that impact working with our league Facebook? Because we all have to log in order to get there.
So no, it wouldn't. It would just, what I would do is just tell Gloria and give the others on the league team a heads up that you're changing your Facebook name. And the reason why is just so they know who it is. If they, if you change it, then they're like, who's this random person on our account? We need to kick them off. I don't see a reason why it would impact it as long as it's okay with everybody else, which I can't imagine it being an issue.
So basically is what we're learning how to do is set up our own Facebook page to do this campaign.
Yes, that's
Yes.
exactly it. We'll jump on this here soon. I'm just resetting my password. So
But if we set up our own Facebook page, it has to be populated with friends in order for us to share, right?
yeah,
Yes,
that is true. That is true. I mean, you can, however, if you don't want to share, that's fine. You can always just like and comment on the league stuff. If you have friends on your Facebook that you're interested in sharing with, then you are more than welcome to do so, but you don't necessarily have to do that. All right, I think I got us in. Any more questions while I'm trying to get in here?
What does it mean to share? What's the difference between like and share?
So I'll show you this when we get onto the Facebook, but basically if you like something, when you see a post, liking it just shows everybody else who can see the post that you have liked the post. And versus if you share it, it means you're sharing it to your exact page. So so yeah, you would be sharing it to your page.
If you like it, do all of your friends see that you like it, or do the people who just see that post see
Wherever
that
it
you
came
liked it?
from.
So all of your friends can't, I mean, hypothetically, your friends can't see that you liked it if they aren't also following that page in some way.
Okay.
So for example, if your friends don't like LWV's Facebook page, then they won't be able to see what you're liking, if that makes sense.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, once you're selecting friends or groups, there's also a tab for public viewing of that page. If you went there, then does that mean it's just going out to the universe when you do public, like all the Facebook?
Oh, so if you make a post and you choose
Like
that it's public, yep. So when it's public, that means that everybody, so say somebody looks up your profile, they look up your name. And so say I do that. I'm not friends with you on Facebook. I know that for a fact.
Right.
I would be able to see the post that you decided to post publicly. If
Perfect.
and then there's a way you can limit it to just friends, and there's ways you can go through your privacy settings and change so that they're always private, just to friends. You can also block certain friends if you want to stay friends with them but don't want them to see your posts for some reason. Not as common, but you never know the situation, I guess. So yeah, okay. So I ended up making another account, same exact way as I did before. And I just made it with a different email address. So now it's going to prompt you first to add friends. I have no idea how they choose these friends. I don't know any of these people. So
That's a question.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that is.
So we're gonna skip adding friends for now. We'll just hit next, and then you can upload a profile picture. So let's see here. I'm going to go on to my other. I'm gonna go onto my other desktop here and grab a picture. So to upload a picture, you have to have pictures on your computer or on your phone. So just know that I'll show you in 1 second. But when you upload a photo, you're gonna have to have that photo saved onto the device that you're using at the moment. And that's, if you have any issues with that, after this, you're more than welcome to reach out to me, and I can help you with anything you need. But I'm just gonna save this photo really quick so it's not hard to find.
You can still have a Facebook account and not put your profile photo up. Is that true?
That's true. You do not have to have a profile photo.
So if it's too hard to do it in the beginning, don't let that stop you.
So if it's too tough, then you can just exit. I'll show you how we exit out this page. So I'm going to upload a photo. So you click upload photo. And I've got one saved right here of myself and my partner. And so if it's a long picture like this, the circle is what people are going to see. You're also welcome you can zoom in the picture if I just wanted to make it just me. So we'll just make it me.
That's pretty.
Thanks.
It's very nice.
Oh, and you can also, I should have actually, we'll just keep it there. So we uploaded a photo. So now from here, they're asking for more friends. There is a privacy tour down here. So again, I don't know any of these people. I have no idea how they suggested them. So we're just gonna, I wish I could tell you how, but I have no idea. So we're gonna go down to the privacy tour. So right here, this will go through all of our privacy settings. By the way, you can do this on an existing account, and I'll show you how to do that. So they're telling you about tagging. So tagging people on your photos. So basically what that means is if I post a picture of this entire Zoom, I take a screenshot of everybody on this Zoom, I can go through and say that's a picture of me and Rebecca. I can click on Rebecca and then type in Rebecca Winning and tag her in that photo. So that's basically how tagging works. So it looks like they're encouraging us to go to the privacy shortcuts. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the privacy shortcuts. So I believe what we do is click see more over here. Okay.
While you're doing that, ladies who are on the call, would you mind if we did do a screenshot and post it to our Facebook page to show how many people got into the training? Everybody okay with that?
Okay.
Okay.
Anybody not okay? Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Can you do a screenshot, Lindsay? At some
point? Yes.
That'd be great.
All right. Give me 1 second. All right. We're going to take a quick break for a screenshot. All right. All right. Everybody smile. Lovely.
You're all very fuzzy.
Lovely. All right. So actually I can, yeah, maybe I'll upload that screenshot and show you guys how to tag it later if we've got time. Okay, so can you all see my Facebook again?
What we see is your
desktop.
My desktop? Oh, it may have selected the wrong screen. Let's see here. Share screen. All right, now can you see the Facebook?
Yep.
Yep.
So one thing to know about Facebook is all of your settings are going to be up here in the right, if I'm looking at the screen, the right-hand corner. So this will be where you can do settings, where you can get help, or where you can log out, or you can work on your display and accessibility. So we're going to first go through the basics, which are the settings, of course. So we're just going to hit settings and I'll kind of walk you through the ones you need to know. So this is the main settings page. So it shows you your name. This is where you can change your name. So for people who were interested in changing their name, remember, we go to the top right and we go to settings. Just click on that main page, click that button, it will bring you to this main page. So you just click edit. And you can change it. So I can add my middle name if I want to. And I guess if you change your name on Facebook, you can't change it again for 60 days. So just know that.
Oh, this is not good. Oh, well, sorry.
No worries.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No worries. So you have to enter your password to change your name. I'm not going to do that because I don't want it to log me out for some weird reason. But that's how you change it. Username is really nothing important. The username is nobody really sees that. It's basically just what comes after Facebook. So if you wanted your username to be, if Rebecca wants her username to be facebook.com/Rebecca Winning, then she can set her username exactly. So you can set your username to be something. And that's nice because then people can add your Facebook really easily. They don't have to search for your name through the friends list and search through a million people with your name and find it. So personalizing your username, that's kind of the reason for that. So this is where you can add the contact. You can add your email address. So you can also add another email address. So this may be the case for some of you. Say some of you made a Facebook on an old email address and you aren't sure how to access that old email address. If you can get into your Facebook, you can add another email address or a mobile number. And that way you've got another email address linked to the account. And this is important because the email address that I chose to sign up, so I chose my work email, that's going to be how I get into it. If I need to change my password, if my Facebook account, if somebody, God forbid, hacks it, which doesn't happen that often, as long as your profile is secure, but everything will go through this email address. So the email address you change, that you choose or that you add needs to be accessible and you need to be able to get to it. So that's one big one.
Lindsay?
Yeah.
The username, just one quick question here. You haven't been on mine in a long time. So the username has to have Facebook in it though?
Yes, so the username, so you don't have to put Facebook in it. So basically what they're saying is your username is just this part.
Okay.
No matter what, it's going to have facebook.com. Whatever you type here is going to be what shows up after that.
Okay, great.
So
Now,
yeah, go ahead.
This doesn't preempt us from setting up what I call a bogus account with, not your real name, blah, blah, blah. Like you're just doing a brand new one.
Yes, I'm doing a brand new one right now.
I can be an alias, in other words.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's good. Okay.
You set up whatever you want. They don't check your ID. They don't do anything like that. Totally up to you.
Okay.
So yeah, so we're gonna go down to, this is where we can control, this is our settings bar over here on the left. So we're gonna go down to the next one. So this is a really helpful, the security and login tab right here. It's very helpful because a few things they have. One, you can change your password. So if you want to change your password, this is where you come. And like I said, to avoid the shenanigans, the people out there on the internet that are hacking people, it's good to come in and change your password once in a while. You don't have to do it once a month. I know most websites recommend once every 6 months. But I change my password pretty frequently just to avoid any issues. Another big thing is you can see where you're logged in. So I made this account on my MacBook in Thornton. So that's where I'm logged in. That's the only place I'm logged in. If for some reason it also said I was logged in China, then that would be concerning to me. And it would allow me to, what it usually does is it usually has a list and there will be a button right around here that clicks log out. And so if I did see one in China, there'd be a button and I can click log out. However, it's not showing me that because they recognize that I'm looking at this from my MacBook in Thornton. So another thing you can do is you can set up extra security. And so you can get alerts from unrecognized logins. So what you can do is you can receive alerts at your email address if your account gets an unrecognized login. And that's really great because you can see right away, if you don't check your Facebook all the time, you can see right away that somebody, you know, that they believe there was an unrecognized login on your account. And then another thing is up here at the very top, you can check your security settings, and basically they'll walk you through, if you click view, they'll walk you through some important security settings. So they'll just walk you through a few things.
Yeah.
So review your password, turn on two-factor authentication, turn on login alerts. We already went over how to do all of that. So again, it's giving you some password tips. It's, you know, offering to change your password. So this is offering two-factor authentication. This is kind of a pain in the butt, but if you, for example, Laura, it sounds like your account has been hacked a few times.
Yes.
I recommend doing this. What it will do is it will set it up. It will, we can set one up really quickly. So what it will do is you can use either a text message or an authentication app. I would recommend a text message, assuming you have a cell phone. It's pretty easy. All you have to do is enter a phone number. So you have to enter your password, and then you would enter a phone number. I'm not going to do it because my phone number is associated with another account and I don't want it to kick me out. But that's how you set up two-factor authentication. And as a lot of you ladies already know, two-factor authentication is they're going to send you a code every single time you log in. So it is kind of a pain in the ass, but I do recommend it. If you have had issues in the past, I do recommend it. I personally don't have it, but I have it on, for example, my work email account. I have it on other accounts on my Facebook. I've never had any issues because I take other measures to protect the security. Okay, so now we've gone through security. Those are the big, so people were talking about security. Those were the big security steps when it comes to actually protecting your account from the outside world. So now we're going to go down to privacy. And these are your privacy settings and tools. And so a few things. So here's what we were talking about. So this is where we decide who can see our posts. Who can see your future posts? Right now, I have it so that only friends can see my post. I don't have it so that if Rebecca looked my name up right now and found my profile, if I had 20 posts from today, she would not be able to see any of them. So if you're interested in only having your friends see your posts, then you need to make sure that right here, so see right here, you can choose public, you can choose friends, or you can block only a few friends if you would like to do that for some reason. So those are really your main options. So that's where you do that. Remember, we're in our settings and it's on the privacy tab right here. And right here, it says who can see your posts. So you can also go to your past posts. If you wanted to limit your past posts, you can right here, click on this and you can go through and limit all of your past posts on your timeline. So if you do this, the only way to undo it is to go through each post and change the audience one at a time. So just beware if for some reason there's some posts you want private, some you want public in the past. You know, if you click limit past posts, then you'd have to go to each individual post and change. And I'll show you guys how to do that here soon. So then this next one, who can see the people, pages, and lists you follow? So this basically says who can see your friends. If I find Rebecca's profile, I can, if she has it as public, if she has this setting as public, I can look at her friends list and I can find her daughter's account, I can find her husband's account, I can find anybody she's friends with. Some people don't care because I can probably find her daughter and husband's account anyways by searching them. So some people don't mind. It's not a huge security risk to have that as public. It's just personal preference. And again, if you have had issues in the past, I recommend limiting it to friends. And that way friends are the only people who can see the people you follow. And then when they're talking about pages, they're talking about pages like League of Women Voters, like the LWVJeffco page. So if it's only your friends, then your friends can see that you follow LWVJeffco. So this is also important, how people can find and contact you. So again, you can choose who can send you friend requests, right? Right now, anybody can send me a friend request. I personally don't think there's an issue with having anybody send me a friend request, as long as you're vetting the friend requests and making sure that they're people you know. And we can kind of walk through that later. Again, who can see your friends list? I don't think there's any security risk to have it as public, but it's totally up to you. If you want people to be able to look you up using the email address you provided, you can choose that. The phone number you provided, you can choose that. Do you want search engines outside of Facebook to link to your profile? So basically what this means is if you come along if you come along, like, for example, if you decide to make a Twitter account and you want to link it to your Facebook, then you're going to have to make sure that this says yes. And this is about message requests. So we'll go into Messenger and how Messenger works later. However, so basically what they're saying is, I would keep these settings the same personally. I think this is pretty secure. So friends of friends on Facebook can message you is what this is saying. For other people, they'll have to send you a request. Same with accounts on Instagram, because remember, Facebook owns Instagram now. So these two platforms are very interconnected. Somebody could message you from their Instagram account on Facebook. We won't get into that, but basically that's what that means, is somebody on Facebook could send you a message request. So this has to do with messaging, and we'll go through that a little bit later, messaging specifically. So now we're going to move down to, so I went back over to my left search bar here and moved down to profile. So this is where you can choose the security of your profile. So who can post on your profile, who can see what others post on your profile. If you want to hide comments containing certain words from your profile, you can. So for example, if we wanted to, I personally have not done this. However, if you wanted to, if you have any words that really trigger you and you wanted to hide those words, you can type those words here and you just have to separate it by a comma. So if I wanted to hide the word hate, if I wanted to hide the word Trump, you enter it like that. So anyways, those are just, I personally haven't done that. You're more than welcome to, of course, it's your profile. If you've had issues with that or feel like you might. Yeah.
Can you clarify when it says anybody can post on your profile?
Yeah. So
what does that mean?
Maybe before we continue on the rest of the privacy thing, since we're moving into posts, we're gonna go over to your profile. So remember this top right bar is kind of where we get everywhere. So if you go to this top right bar, this is how you get to your own profile. You click on your name. So my profile is going to be pretty bare right now because I just made it. However, all right. However, okay, so this is what my profile looks like. It's suggesting, it looks a little different than yours might, just because it's very bare. So it's suggesting, again, I don't know how they come up with these suggestions. I don't know any of these people. So you can just ignore those. And if you don't know them and you don't want to see that suggestion again, you press this little X. So you're welcome to, go through and exit those out. But anyways, so this is your profile. So we'll kind of walk through how to set up a profile before we go through the rest of the profile settings on the security settings. So this is my profile picture. Remember, I uploaded it right when I made the account. Up here, you can add a cover photo. So if I wanted to add a cover photo, again, I could upload a photo. This is slightly vain, but this is just the photo I have. So I'll make the photo of me again in the same dress. So that's what your cover photo will look like. And you're welcome to make it a picture of you. You can make it a picture of your family. You can make it a picture of your favorite band, whatever you want. And so this is what people are going to see when they come to your profile. They're going to see your profile picture. They're going to see your cover photo. Then if you go down, they're going to see, you can add a bio. So this is where you can say, you could add a few words. It's pretty short, right? They only allow 100 characters. So I could add, my name is, or I could say Scorpio. This is what a lot of people will say. They'll just say a few words about themselves. Scorpio, LWV member, progressive, Denver. So that's what I'm going to make my bio, just 4 words to tell people who I am. Details are some of your personal details. I don't recommend adding a workplace. The only reason I would recommend a workplace, I would add a workplace, is if you worked there in the past and for some reason you want to connect with them. So my grandmother wanted to add that she worked at I have not worked here, but she worked at Gates Rubber Company in Denver, worked here for 15 years. This is a little confusing because this isn't actually about me, but she wanted to add this because she wanted to find her old friends who worked at Gates with her. So if you are retired and you would like to add somewhere where you worked, you can add that and you can say what year you worked there. So you can say 2002 to whatever, 2021. And then again, almost every time you post something on Facebook, you will have the option right here to make it public, to show it only to friends, show it to only some friends, or only you. So anytime you want to privatize something, you come in and you just say only me. That's how you privatize anything on your profile. So only, we'll make it friends, but that's how you privatize something. You'll almost always have that option.
How did you get to that select audience window?
So what it will do is only if you're adding something. So for example, if I add a university,
okay,
see at the bottom, it will show that. You just click on that.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
So again, I can add, I went to University of Colorado, graduated, don't really care about putting anything else in. You're welcome to put your concentrations, whatever. I only want my friends to see this. So I'm going to make it friends. And then you click save. And then you're welcome to add a high school. Oops, where did it go? Okay. Then you're welcome to add a high school as well if you want. So now you can move down and add some of the places you live. So I always just add, the city I live in, and I make it public. The reason why is because I want people to know that I'm the Lindsay Rasmussen who lives in Denver. So if they are looking for Lindsay Rasmussen, they can narrow it down and say, well, she lives in Denver. Oh, that person lives in Florida. It's probably not her. So I personally add that. You're welcome to add your hometown as well. My hometown is Minneapolis. And again, say I don't want everybody to see it. It always has that option right here. So I only want friends to see it. I can make it that way. And then you always have to click save. So boom, now we've got a hometown and a current city. So this is where you're going to have contact info. So really important if you're adding a phone number, they're bringing me back to the settings. So the reason why they're bringing you back to add this phone number is because you're going to have to verify that it's your phone. So basically what you'll do is you can click add a phone, you enter your phone number, they'll send you a text, and then you'll have to enter that text over here, that the number they send you to confirm that it's actually your phone. So just note that I do recommend adding a phone number if you have a cell phone, because it will be a backup for you to enter your account if for some reason your account gets hacked. So did want to go over that. And again, if anybody needs help with this later on, I'm happy to, I'll give you all my contact information, and you're welcome to call me or text me, and we can walk through some of this stuff. So, okay, so I'm back to my profile. Remember, I clicked up here, clicked on my name. That's how I got there. So this is my profile. I don't know why it didn't save my cover photo, but that's okay. So we can see I live in Denver. Here's some of my life, events. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna talk about managing posts. So to create a post.
Can I just jump in for a minute here? This
Yeah.
bio information, this is another thing. You don't have to put anything in here if you don't want to. If you do add information in your bio, because of the way that Facebook is organized and they use algorithms to kind of bring people together. So if you put in that you went to high school, you went to Springfield High School back in 1970 or 74, then Facebook knows if they find things of interest from other people who went to high school in 1974 at Springfield High School, they might start to show you those posts. So it's a way for you to connect with people in places that are important to you, but it's certainly not required to add anything in your profile in order to have a Facebook page.
Yes, that's very true. You can sorry, I just saw some news. Anyways, you can you don't have to add any of these details. I did. These are the details that so like I said, I don't have a job. This is on mine. But like I said, my grandmother, she has this on hers because she wants to find friends who worked at Gates with her. Sandy,
So,
do you have a question?
Yeah, if you don't put anything there,
Uh-huh.
for privacy reasons or whatever,
Yeah.
does that limit who you can send?
No,
Okay.
not at all. So
Okay.
You just get to choose who you send things to instead of Facebook kind of find things and that you might be interested in.
Okay.
And
Exactly.
send it to you.
So I can still send it to everybody that I know.
Yeah,
their
absolutely.
Facebook.
Yep. You can send it
Public or whatever.
Yeah, you can send anything to anybody you find. What this will do is Facebook has this complicated algorithm, and their computer will read Scorpio, and they'll start sending me a bunch of posts about Halloween and Scorpios. And then, progressive, they'll send me some posts from, maybe the Colorado Democrats or something like that, right? So that's kind of how that works. You don't have to add any of this. So we're going to talk about posting now.
Okay.
So how you create a post is you go to your profile, and right here is where you make a post. So say I want to make a post posting our picture, or I'll post. Okay, so right here, it's going to walk you through your privacy settings. So right here, it's asking me, because it's my first post, who I want to be able to see my posts. I personally only allow friends to see my posts. So I'm going to select friends. If you would like to have the public see your posts, you're more than welcome to. For security purpose, I don't think anybody needs to see my posts. However, this is where the sharing comes into play. This is where the sharing comes into play. So if you select friends, only your friends will be able to share stuff, share your posts. If you select public, then anybody can share your posts anywhere. And another thing about friends sharing your posts is, this is where it gets a little complicated, is if me and Rebecca and Sandy V are all three friends on Facebook, and I make a post and Rebecca shares it, well, our only mutual friend is Sandy V. And so only Sandy V will be able to see the content that Rebecca shared to her page. because I have it limited to everybody else. So it's getting a little complicated here, but I'll go through sharing after we make a post. So I'm gonna make them public, or I'm gonna make it only friends. Done. Okay, I got new professional pictures taken. This is gonna be my post, and I'm gonna add my new picture, which I have on my desktop already. Okay, so this is the post I'm gonna make here. I'm also going to, so down here you can tag people in the post. So I don't have any friends right now, so I can't tag anybody, but say Rebecca was right here in the picture. If I wanted to put Rebecca in the post, she has to be my friend. So I would click tag people, and then I would click, Rebecca right there, and it would allow me to search through my friends to tag her. So I'm gonna make this post. So it's posting. So this is my post right here. So this is where liking and commenting and sharing comes in. So people don't typically like or comment on their own post unless they want to maybe update somebody. So say I forgot to write, oh, by the way, photo credit to Colleen. Thanks for the great photo shoot. I can put a comment on my own post if I want to, but this is where commenting and liking and sharing stuff comes in. And so, so this is my own page. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to LWV. Actually, I'm gonna go to League of Women Voters Jeffco page. And so how we find pages, friends, anything on Facebook is we have this search bar up here, just like Google. So I wanna find the League of Women Voters page. So this, for the record, this bar always stays the same at the top. So no matter what you're doing, you'll always be able to see this bar up here. You're always going to be able to search. You're always going to be able to click this and go to your profile or go to privacy. That's always going to be there. So we're going to search for League of Women Voters, Jefferson County. So let's just hit enter and we'll see what comes up. So it's the first thing that comes up. So this is where we're going to go into talking about how to like League of Women Voters page and so on and so forth. So we're going to click on their page. This is how you see the full LWV page. So how you like their page is you go up here and you follow it. So I'm now following the League of Women Voters page. And
so, Lindsay, let me interrupt. There are several different League of Women Voters of Jefferson County in different states. And so I have made that mistake of doing something with West Virginia. So just a warning.
That is good to know. That's good to know. I'm not sure how to really differentiate just because there is no indication that this one is Colorado. However, so when we put the 303 number right there. And another thing, if you want, is we'll be sending out an email here pretty soon that will list out the links to all of LWVJeffco's pages for Facebook, for Instagram, for Twitter. So if you have any issues finding it, you can refer to that email and click on the link. And again, just going back to that username, their username is LWVJeffco. So this is where the username comes in handy. If I don't know how to get there, I can literally just type it in up here, facebook.com/LWVJeffco. Boom, brings me right to the page. So that's where your username comes in handy. Instead of having to search on that search bar, I can type in, LWVJeffco. My username on my personal Facebook is my name, Lindsay, with 3 Y's. So it's just Lindsay YY. Makes it easy for people to find me. So yeah, I don't know really how to avoid that, just because there's not any, that would really be the way I would say to find the LWVJeffco Colorado specific page. And you can look on it and see, you know, it's got a 303 number. So now we're going to look through LWV's page. So again, this is their great cover photo. This is our profile picture. This is our little bio right here. Phone number, email. This links out to our Twitter. This links out to our website. So these are our posts. These are the posts that we had we've been posting. So this was the news I saw, just so everybody knows. Queen Elizabeth died this morning, which is very sad. RIP Queen Elizabeth. So I love Queen Elizabeth, so I'm going to share this post. So if I see a post I like on League of Women Voters page, which me personally, I just go through and like everything just to give the page some love. So that's how you like stuff. You can just go through and like anything you want, and there's other ways. So back to Queen Elizabeth. So a like might not be really appropriate for this post. If you hold your mouse over this button, there's a few other ways you can like this post. So it's sad. So I'm going to go to this one and make it a sad face. And I am also going to comment and say, so I click comment right here. This is where it's allowing me to write my comment. RIP Queen Elizabeth. And then you just hit enter to post. So now I've commented, I've liked the post. Now here's where sharing comes in. So I want to share the post to my friends. So my options are, I can share now, I can share to my feed, I can share on a friend's profile. Usually what we're going to do here, or I can send it in Messenger. So say I wanted to only share it with one friend and I wanted to share it privately, I'm going to send it in Messenger. We'll go through Messenger after this. So for now, I'm just going to share it to my personal page. So when I want to share it to my page, I'm going to just click share now. And it's shared to my profile. So the one thing I don't like about clicking share now is if you want to make a comment when you share it. So let me go to my profile really quick. How that will look now is I clicked share now, right? So I'm going back to my profile, boom. The post has now been shared on my page. Do you see? So that's what happens when I share a post. However, I don't like doing that because it doesn't credit League of Women Voters. So what I want to do is go back to League of Women Voters page. What I usually like to do instead of clicking share now is you click share to feed. And what that will do is it will allow me to make a comment about it. So what it will do is it will show me, League of Women Voter. It will show that I'm sharing the League of Women Voters Jeffco page. And I'm sharing this particular post on their page. That's what we want. We want to spread the name of LWVJeffco. So we want to make sure that we're sharing. When we share, we click share to feed. And then right here, there's a box that says include original post. We want to be clicking that box, and then we see LWVJeffco pop up. This is how we make sure that we're sharing this article and giving the credit to LWVJeffco for posting it first. And so what we can say is, just again, I can put a comment on it now. RIP Queen Elizabeth. You don't have to put a comment. You're welcome to just share it without any comments. So what it will look like when I share it with a comment, I'm going to hit post. So I'm going to go back to my page up here, go to my profile to show you what it looks like. So hold on a second. I don't think it registered. Let's see here. Here we go. So this is this is the difference between sharing. See, we can see that it came from LWV. My friends who are seeing what I'm sharing can click on this to go to the League of Women Voters page, versus here, I'm just sharing the article. So that's why we want to click, when we click share, we click share to feed, because this is how we give credit to LWV and spread the word about LWV. So I'm going to go back to LWV's page, and I'm going to go back to their page. So one thing that so right now I'm just scrolling through their page. So these are all the posts on the right that League of Women Voters have posted. And as you can see, League of Women Voters themselves shared a lot of these posts. This is exactly what our posts look like when we shared it, right? So League of Women Voters shared this from Every Town for Gun Safety. So, you know, we can like that. Oh, say this is of interest to me. Okay, climate change is very interesting to me. Or voting is interesting to me. So I want to share this. Again, we're going to share to feed. We're going to include the original post and say, women power the vote. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to share it and I'm going to tag LWVJeffco in the post. So how you do this is follow, you click an at will, the at symbol allows you to tag anybody in a post. So I can either tag myself if I wanted to, I don't know why. So you click at, just delete it if you don't want it. So we're going to tag LWVJeffco. So we're going to type LWVJeffco tag, and then I clicked, all I did was hit the enter button, and now it tagged LWVJeffco.
Okay, so question. How is this different than sharing to feed?
So what's different is that when you share something, so the share is I'm sharing a particular post. Right here, I'm doubling up efforts. There's no real reason, to be honest, to tag LWV here, because their name's going to be right here, right? When I share it. But I'm just showing you all how to tag.
Okay.
Here's one example of, so we're just going to say women power the vote, and we're going to share that post. Here's one example of when you will tag stuff. Let's go to the profile, our profile. When I'm going to tag something, oh, I actually know her. That's interesting. Wow, somebody I know. So when I go to the profile, say I post our picture from our Zoom today. So I'm going to go to the screenshot I took. And by the way, this will all be, I'm going to delete this profile after this. So I'm going to post our screenshot from our Zoom today. And this is when it will be more relevant to tag, because I'm making my own original post right here. So what I'm going to say is, had a great time with at LWVJeffco, hit enter on our social media 101 today. And then I could add a hashtag like women power the vote. So I'll show you what this hashtag is. So now I'm going to post this. This is my post. I tagged them because it's my own original post. So I'm going to post this. And why we tag is because then, you know, people who can see this post can click right here to go to LWV.
Okay.
And another thing, other people who can see this post are people who are browsing this tag. So when you see a hashtag, what this means is you're tagging this to, you're tagging it. So you're tagging it as women power the vote. And what that kind of means is, if I look up in the search bar, women power the vote. Okay, now let's search. We can see every single post with women power the vote in it. So here's a League of Women Voters of Greater Dayton Area. Here's Forrest Blanton for Florida. Here's so we can see
So it's
every,
connecting to another
it's connecting to anybody who's posting with that hashtag. So
entity.
anybody who posts with that hashtag, you can look up the hashtag and see it. Another thing we can do, hashtag Queen Elizabeth. Let's check out what's going on here. Obviously, there's a lot of people, you know, posting about it right now. You know, say you wanted to see who likes the Broncos, Denver Broncos. So this is how you can kind of explore Facebook a little bit by topic, is by taking a look at these hashtags. Jill, did you have a question?
Yeah, do we have, or can you provide us with a list of hashtags that might be good ones for us to add to get the word out?
Yeah, absolutely. We can definitely do that, and we will certainly do that.
I will tell you too, Jill, that the postings that we're doing as part of this campaign will include hashtags like.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
That'll
pretty
be
much
coming up.
yeah, so pretty much every single post is gonna have hashtag Women Power the Vote, because that's obviously an LWV slogan. So we'll have a lot of hashtags on the posts already.
Where do you click for tagging again?
So if you want to tag, so let's say I want to tag this photo. So you click on the photo. Up here, you can click tag photo. So I'm going to tag the photo.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to tag the photo. So when I click tag, it's allowing me to tag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit on my face. That's me, Lindsay Rasmussen. I'm going to hit Mary's face. You can say me and Mary most likely have to be friends, but I'll type in Mary Lonergan. And I just click enter and it will tag her. She's not my friend right now, so I'm not gonna actually tag her. You can also tag LWVJeffco right there. I'm gonna untag it just because I don't want, we're gonna post this on LWV's page later. So I'm just gonna tag myself for now. So finish tagging. So that's how you tag a photo. And then when you want to tag a post, you just hit the @ button. So, oopsies. Okay, so say I'm making a post and I want to tag somebody in here, you hit @ and then you start typing, oopsies. I want to make a post, I hit @ and again, if I want to tag myself, I type my name, click enter, it tagged me. I want to tag LWVJeffco. Enter.
Oh, so you don't have to hit the button, you can just do it with an @
Yep, you can do it with an @ And
All
so,
this time we've been talking about hashtags in the past, and I never knew how to do it.
yeah, so remember, a hashtag and a tag are two different things. So hashtag is a hashtag. You can still hit that though. I mean, it still brings you to see the hashtag, but a hashtag is different than tagging a specific person, right? So right here, we're tagging a specific person. Right here, we're putting our post with all the hundreds of thousands of other hashtag posts that put a hashtag Women Power the Vote in it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So it's two different.
Lindsay, explain when you tag someone, when you post a photo on your page and you tag someone, then that post automatically shows up on their page. Isn't that correct?
It does.
And people who are looking at it can see who that is.
They can. So if you tag them, then they're on that post. It will show up on their page and it will show up on your page. The only way it won't show up on their page is if for some reason they reject the tag. So if they say, oh, that's an ugly picture of me, they can reject it and say, I don't want my name tagged on it. So I'm gonna friend my actual real profile. Let's see if I can find my real profile. Huh, that's interesting.
So while you're doing that, I have a quick question mainly for Rebecca. Our posts or hashtags, whatever we do put out there, will it always or should it come through the league and what's already there?
Gloria is the person who posts things to our Facebook
Okay,
page.
good. I don't want to get in any more trouble than I'm in.
Yeah, me either. It's a complicated thing. So Gloria posts, but then if you've friended, if you've liked the Jeffco Facebook page, those posts will show up in your feed and you
Okay.
like and share them with all of your friends and family.
Okay, great.
And
Thanks.
actually, you don't friend it, you follow it.
I'm sorry, yeah, you follow
Well,
it.
that's, yeah.
Right, right. Sorry, I'm looking at my profile tag here so I can friend myself here. So let's see here. Messages. All right, let's see. So this is my username up here. Actually, it has more than 3 Ys. So this is how people can find me. They can type in facebook.com/Lindsay. So this is my actual page. So this is all anybody publicly can see about me. I have way more posts, way more pictures, way more than just this. This is just, I don't allow anybody to see much about me unless they're my friend. So you can see, really all you can see on my page is my profile picture and my cover photo. So I'm going to add me as a friend and I am going to go in and accept me as a friend. Okay, so I added myself. I added Lindsay too as a friend, and now I'm going to go back to my own profile. Okay, now I have one friend and that friend is me. So, so I'm gonna delete this post really quick. So by the way, say Rebecca called me and said, hey, you posted that. We wanted to post that on our LWVJeffco page. Delete your post. So I'm gonna delete the post right now. So what you do is you move it to recycling bin. So you just, these little three up here, these little 3 dots, that will give you a menu and you can do a few things. You can edit your audience. So say this particular post, we're getting too many comments on it. Some of the comments are inappropriate. We're gonna limit it so only I can see it. I don't fully want to delete the post. I want to save it. I'm gonna limit so only I can see it, save, right? I want to delete it. So I'm gonna go down and move it to the recycling bin. Move. All right, the post is gone. So this is where, now I'm gonna show you guys kind of how sharing works. So, hold on one second. I thought I accepted this request. Let's go back. So we're gonna go to Lindsay number 2's profile, if Facebook will work, which it is not doing that. So somebody asked earlier, I believe it was Sandy S. Okay, here we go. So now I've accepted now you can see my full profile because I accepted it. And now I can see every single post I've made. So here's where you can't share. So this is a post I made about my sister. Happy birthday to my sister on her birthday. So I'm gonna like that. Okay, nice picture. I can hold over the like button. My computer is moving a little slow. Anyways, so I'm gonna like that. I can comment on it. So I can make a little comment like gorgeous. Press enter. So if you look here, there's no option to share this post. And the reason why is because this is my actual profile, Lindsay number 2, we're calling it. Lindsay number 2 profile is only limited to friends. So I don't want anybody sharing my posts. And so this is why you cannot share some posts, because those people don't want you to share that post. So you can like it, you can comment on it, you can't share the post. if you really wanted to share it, say you just love this picture of Megan, we really wanted to share it, you could probably message that friend and say, hey, can I save this picture and post it on my own page as a post that I make? And say Lindsay number 2 says yes, then we'll save the picture.
She's really pretty.
Thanks.
Well, both of you are, but
Thanks. Yeah, she's great. So say Lindsay number 2 says yes, then we're gonna save that picture, and then I'll go back onto my profile and post it on my own. So yeah, so I have my privacy on so that people cannot share my posts. That's just my preference. So that's what happens when we limit our posts only to friends, is that only friends are not going to be able to share that post. And you can always change it for a specific post. So say I wanted to change this post about me going to the women's convention because I want Jiva, who I went with, I tagged her, to be able to share it. So I can change the, let's see here. I don't know why it's not popping up for me. Oh, okay. Huh, I don't know why that's not popping up for me, weird.
Most of this is not going to come up with you ladies in terms of the Jefferson County
Right.
League of Voters campaign.
So as far as LWVJeffco, all of those posts are shareable. So, you know, this is a public page, LWVJeffco is. It is not a private page. You do not have to friend it. You can follow this page, anybody can follow it, and anybody can see it even if they're not following it. So every single post on here you'll be able to share. And so
is our friend Gloria putting all of this stuff on all the time?
Yeah.
It's mostly Gloria, yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, and just wait, you haven't seen anything yet.
Well, okay, I have a question. There's the principals over here on the
Right
left. Yeah. Can we copy that and share that?
We can. So say you see, so these are photos. So say we want to look through the photos. Okay, we see this. Oh, lovely. This is a great photo. So again, right over here is the post. We share it. Share to feed.
Oh, yay.
Right there, it'll share it. And I'm going to say, proud to be an LW. I want to tag LWV, say at LWVJeffco. There it is. Hit enter. Member. Hashtag women power the world. And now I'm going to post it. And that now that post, see, it posted to my feed. We can view the post if we want. There it is. So now it's on my page.
And because you hashtagged it to those two places.
Yep.
Okay.
And I hashtagged it to these places. So anybody who is looking at these hashtags will be able to see this post. It affects the privacy, right? Because say your post usually is only able to be seen by friends. Generally, when you add a hashtag, unless you go in and specifically change it to make sure that it's only friends who can see it, or only you or whatever, then people who are looking at that hashtag specifically will be able to see your post.
So when we're doing that, sharing to public is what we'll be doing all the time.
You can if you want, or you can only share to your friends. You do not have to share to the public.
Okay.
It's a personal choice.
It is. It's totally up to you.
Oh, so there's not a good reason to share it to the public?
I mean, it could reach more people, but
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so it could definitely reach more people. If for some reason you have issues, so actually let's go over this. So if for some reason you have an issue, say somebody comments on the post,
Negatives.
really quick.
Crap.
Let's do it. Let's do it here. Okay, so I just through my other profile commented on this post. I commented, "You suck." And I don't like that. So I'm going to delete this comment. So this is how, if there's a comment that I don't like, then these little three dots can mean a lot. The three dots really on any website, if you click on it, they bring you a menu of some sort. So I can hide it, I can report it if it's hate speech. So I'm not going to report it, but these are the things you can report for: hate speech, spam, nudity, harassment, terrorism, all that sort of stuff. Or I can just say, "Hey, you suck too, I'm deleting your comment," right? So that's how you delete a comment. I don't know why people hide comments. I personally don't. And you can always delete your own comments too, or edit them. So actually, let's talk about this really quick. Say I look at this post and I say, "Oh shoot, I realized I spelled professional wrong. I didn't actually," but we can go up here and we can always edit the post.
Okay.
And we can go back and rewrite professional and then just press save. And you can do that on comments. So say I comment, I'm going back to Lindsay #2 profile. Say I commented on this and I commented hello. I spelled hello wrong. Those three dots, boom, edit edit, correct it, there. And then say I'm like, I don't want to comment on it, just delete it, delete. So we went through talking about when there's a share button. We talked a lot about the LWVJeffco page and how we share, like, and comment. And we talked about privacy. So there are a few questions that I know they're a little bit personalized, but just wanted to go through because I don't know if we have addressed them. So Karen, is Karen still on here?
I am.
Okay, great. So Karen, you talked about having an old account versus another account.
Well, I guess I actually use my personal account and I link to LWVJeffco that way. I don't have more than one personal Facebook account. That's the Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, that makes sense. So if you have, maybe since that's a little bit of a unique topic, if you have any questions about that, I'll leave my information and will you just reach out to me and we can chat on the phone or schedule a Zoom call to chat about it?
Okay, thank you.
Does that work?
That works.
Okay, great. And then Sandy V, you asked about, you originally started your page to kind of stalk your youngest kid in college, and you're wondering about using it for League of Women Voters, but not personal. So are you basically saying that you're not really interested in sharing to your friends, but you're interested in elevating the League of Women Voters posts?
Yes.
Great. So for you, what I would say is just feel free to go through and comment on the posts,
Okay.
But you don't have to share it, right? So you can just like and comment on the LWV posts. That's super helpful. You don't have to share it to your own page. That's really how you bring it to your friends. So liking and commenting it, commenting on it, that will be how people, that's how we get a lot of likes on our posts. That's how we get a lot of comments. That's how we elevate our page.
Okay.
Sharing it is really where you personalize it and bring it to your page is when you're going to, so I'm going to share it now to my friends, right? Or I'm going to share it to the public, right?
Okay.
That's where you really are bringing LWV's page over to your page.
Okay.
So I think
Let me jump in, Lindsay, let me jump in. Maybe things, there's going to be quite a bit of posting going on between now and November. So you may not want to share every thing to your post, but if the post comes up and it's like
Interesting for you.
deadline for voting, you know, you need to, or this is the deadline for getting your ballots in by mail or Dropbox. If there are things that would be of it, might be of interest to your friends and family, you know, you can be selective. You can maybe share 5 posts during the campaign or none. It's up to you. But there will be some that may be of interest to everyone.
Right. I'm just saying there's so many.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
There are a lot of
I am more than willing to do LWV, but that tsunami
Right.
that comes with
Right.
opening up, I just can't even handle it. I have too many emails as it is,
Yeah.
kind of a thing. So
Everything
you know,
is
I
up
can
to
do this
you.
for the next 2.5 months without any problem.
Yeah, we have complete control over what we want to do, and that's the beauty of it.
Yep.
Oh no. Okay, so any other questions that I didn't fully address about Facebook stuff? Are there any questions any questions?
This is more a personal question, but if you only get the messenger link with a post, does that have to do with the person's settings on the other end?
Sorry, repeat that.
Instead of the share icon, you get a messenger icon.
Yes, okay. We didn't go over Messenger. Okay, so Messenger. This is Messenger, okay? So remember, this is kind of our control up here. This is our control panel up in the right. So this is how we get to our profile, our settings. This is how you see notifications. So this is where, that bell is anything they want to notify you about. So it notified me that Lindsay 2 commented on the link that I shared. It notified me that Lindsay 2 accepted my friend requests. This is Messenger. So let's go over to, if we want to pull Messenger up in its own tab, we go to see all in Messenger. So this is Messenger. So over here is going to be where all your chats are. So say I want to start a chat. I want to message LWVJeffco. I'm going to message LWV. This is a test message for the social media 101. So that's how I message somebody. I can also message Lindsay number 2. So this gave me an auto response just because it's a page. But say we message Lindsay number 2. Hi, Lindsay number 2. So this is kind of Messenger. And so if you want to find somebody to message, they have to be your friend generally. If they are not your friend, so I'm going to search my sister. Here she is. So Megan is not my friend on Facebook. Oops, where did it go? Okay. So see, she's not my friend. So say I don't know why I wouldn't message her. I don't know why I wouldn't add her as a friend, but say for some reason I wanted to get a hold of her, but she wasn't a friend. I just message her. You just click message, right? So when somebody messages you, but they're not a friend, it's going to go into something called message requests. So you click this little the little member that always gives us a menu if there's 3 dots, and we go to message requests. So this is where we see messages from people who are not our friends. And then also everybody gets spam. So spam, they'll generally filter into a spam folder for you, not important. So if somebody says, hey, I messaged you on Facebook, and you say, how'd you message me? You're not even my friend. It's going to be in your requests right here. So that's a little overview of Messenger. And obviously this is a private chat. So this chat is between me and Lindsay number 2. So if Lindsay number 2 responds, then it's just only we can see it. So if I go back I'm going back to the LWV page actually. So if I go back to the LWV page, go back to the page. Also down here, so down in the, down on the, my computer's being slow. Okay, so down here on the right, these are also, this is a shortcut to get to Messenger. So say I want to message LWV because it will only show people who you recently messaged. I can click and it will come up right here at the bottom, and you can always minimize it, click back up. So this is just shortcuts to Messenger down here. This is the same thing as Messenger. It's just a shortcut, whereas this gives you a list. This is just a shortcut if you're messaging somebody back and forth quite a bit. You can also make a new message from down here. So these are the same thing, Messenger, also Messenger, okay? So now going back to share, if I want to just share this in Messenger, so say I don't know, I just don't want to share this. I don't want to share it to I want to just send it to Lindsay number 2 in Messenger. So you just click send in Messenger. And then say I want to say something, oh my gosh, Queen Elizabeth died. Then you can search for the person you want to send it to, which is Lindsay Rasmussen. And then I'm going to click send. And there we go. Now it's sent. So see, it popped up down here because I sent it. So it popped up down here because it's a shortcut.
Okay.
So it's just private chat between individuals, basically, Messenger.
Yeah.
But you didn't answer Jill's question. So if there's a post that comes up on my feed and there is no share button, but there's only a Messenger button, is that something that's set by the person who posted it?
Yeah.
Their privacies.
Exactly. Yeah. So if there's not a share button, but for some reason there's like a Messenger button or whatever, yeah, that's their privacy.
I'm noticing that more and more. So I need to go back, I guess, and look at what my privacy settings are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would be a good thing for all of us to do. This has been very helpful.
Totally. So especially if you've had issues on your profile before, I highly recommend logging in. Just remember, go up to this search bar on the right, go to privacy, and then go to settings. And then just like we did earlier, go down this list, okay? So start with general. Well, this is just whatever, right? So then go to security and login. Let's make sure. So again, I'm just going down this list of settings. Let's make sure we're only logged in a few places. If it says you're logged in 6 places, and so for example, if I log in on my phone, it will say Mac, and then it will also say phone. But if I'm logged in 3 other places and one is in Ohio and one is in North Carolina, then that's a flag and you need to kick them out. And so generally there will
probably change your password.
Yeah. So after that, you go
password.
down and change your password. And like I said, it's good to change your password every once in a while anyways. And then if you're, like I said, you can use 2-factor authentication if you want to. And now let's go down the list over here to Facebook information. So that's not the big, we're going to skip the privacy. So this is where we decide who can see our posts, right? We can review all of our posts one by one if we want to. We can limit our past posts. We can choose all this. So how you kind of do that privacy checkup is, remember, go up here, go to settings and privacy. It will bring up this menu over here. Just go down the menu. And if somebody is really, really giving you some issues, so say Lindsay keeps commenting on my post saying I suck, then what you do is go to their profile and you block them. So let's see, is it here? I believe it's here. So you go to their profile, it'll say your friends, go to that little 3 bar, we're not friends anymore, block. And what happens when you block, I'm sure as you can imagine, Lindsay won't be able to see your posts. Lindsay won't even know you exist anymore, Lindsay number 2. So they will not be able to search you. If you're tagged in a post on a friends page, the tag will not show up. So if you're for some reason having some issues with somebody on your page, like just a random person who's harassing you, make sure you block them. And often you can report them too. So it blocked, and you can, so on our settings list, remember that we were going down the thing, you can look over here under blocking and you can see, edit.
Oh,
You can see who you've blocked. So if you did it by accident, you just go over and unblock. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So are there any other questions at the moment about security or sharing to LWVJeff, sharing and liking LWVJeffco's page? I know we're far over time. And I know some people had asked about Twitter. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave my information with you all. And you're welcome to reach out to me individually. So any other questions though?
I don't think so. Lindsay, you've done a great job. I really
thank you.
appreciate you giving us this social media 101.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna post this recording. Or LWV will post it maybe to their YouTube, and then we'll figure out some way to get it out to everybody. But I did put all of my information in the chat. You're more than welcome to reach out to me. Just give me a call, or send me a text or email me. I put all of my information in the chat. I think I mentioned this, but I'm also an LWVJeffco member. I have been.
Yay.
Woo. So, I'll be here for longer than just this campaign. So feel free to reach out to me anytime.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
And thank you guys all for attending.
Yes, very good.
Awesome. Thank you all so much. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.